So Namaste, Hari Om. We are now ready to get started. So please do the Prarthana mantra. We'll start with the Prarthana mantra. Om and Shuklam Baradharam. Paying attention to the every sound as you say it. You also please try to listen to the sound and meaning. You're welcome to think about the meaning, but please make sure to pay attention to the sound, the way it is written on the paper and the way it is to be said. So with that attention, please go ahead and start one by one.
I'll start. Om Shuklam Baradharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vignopashantaye.
Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Bhavatu Me Sada.
येनाक्षर समाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः।
Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Punaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastuma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
All right. So we have Namaste to all. Suprabhatam. Suprabhatam is good morning. Sumadhyahnam, if you are in a time zone where it is afternoon. Sumadhyahnam. And if you are in a time zone where it is evening, then it is Susayam, good evening. And even if you are if it's midnight for you, we won't say good night yet. Maybe we could include that at the time of closing the class. So we have 2 more days to use to revise the material before we get back to our regular routine of working with the material, learning new stuff. So we can go ahead and review sentences. We will do one sentence at a time. If you would like to do some recitation, we can do that. So please indicate. We are 15 of us here. So please indicate what you would like to do, and we will see which one would work best.
I would like to do sentences, Vijaji.
Okay. All right. So sentences seems to be popular. So we will well, two of you have voiced and I have both of it is sentences. So we will do, well, more of you have started responding. So we will do sentences, but please note that the pronunciation is very important because seeing a sentence, even to say it out in your mind, you need to pronounce it, even in your mind. Therefore, that ucharanam, that pronunciation, that articulation is very important, and you may certainly use the recording to practice it. You can include any of your own recording as a snippet for your wake-up alarm. Then you set up an alarm for every hour, and then you take a snippet of that and make that as the music for your alarm. So you can you can do all these things to incorporate your Samskrita practice more and more into your life. You right now behind Lalita ji and Bhaskar ji on the wall, I see a clock. Now you can add a couple of posters there. One poster containing all the Atmanepadi forms and another poster containing all Parasmaipadi forms. So you can incorporate all those into your practice methods. Okay. So we will go with sentences and we will try to do more and more sentences as we are able to. And please be ready, not ready, please have your sentences on hand that we can start working with. And we will try to analyze the sentence, not just from whether the sentence is correct or not, to see what is actually happening in those sentences. All right, I'm sharing my screen now. Okay, who would like to give me the first sentence?
I have a sentence.
Okay.
Chhatraha basayane patshalam gacchanti.
Okay, Samichinam. Now, I can understand that you said basyane because you used the English word bus and you used yanam. So you said basyane, I understand that. But I don't understand the patshala. What is patshala? Is that the clay pot shala?
Pathashala.
Ah, that akaraha is required. Pathashala. All right. I'm not being rude. I'm not being mean. I'm just trying to draw your attention in a dramatic way so that next time you say Patshala, you will automatically think of the clay pot. Sadhu, that is the only reason. I'm not mocking any of you or I'm not making fun. Sadhu, all right.
Yeah.
Very nice. So, Chhatraha.
Excuse me, can you give the English translation for what you said?
Yeah, we are going to do all of that.
Oh, okay.
We are going to do it. That is, we are going to address it word by word. Okay. So, Chhatraha.
As we do, can we also tell like what is the gender and so on that we...
Yeah, we are going to analyze everything. That is why I'm having the sentence on the screen. So, Chhatraha. And I'm going to replace the word you said with a Samskrita word, and then we will look at it. Okay. So, Lokayanena Patha. So, right now, I'm writing the sentence. So, you please just focus on the Ucharanam and the word itself. The sounds and the word. Chhatraha lokayanena pathashalam gacchanti. Okay. So this is a simple sentence, nice sentence, clear, error-free sentence. Chhatraha.
So
Other
I don't
than the
understand
person who made
excuse me,
what?
the first word is chatraha.
Yeah.
So this is DH.
What is DH?
What can you make a transliteration, because I cannot
No.
see that.
Wait. You said, whoever answered, please wait. You asked, I have written chatraha. It doesn't, suppose you have problem with the script. What did I say? I said chatraha. How can you ask me if it is DH? DH means it would be dhatraha. There should not be the cha should not be heard as a dha. Right? So, if I may do a little bit of analysis of how I know that I have been there, and that is the reason I'm making these statements. In a bus, when we are traveling, there is a rung, and if we have to hold on, especially in our childhood days, we had to hold on to the rung, or there would be a rod, we have to hold on to it for dear life. Otherwise, we would either hit our head on the roof, or we would land up at the front window of the bus. So that ride would be very rocky, and we have to, brace ourselves for it. But we are not in such a situation right now. So you please all relax. And that is why I asked you at the time of starting the Prarthana mantra itself, pay attention to the sounds, pay attention to how the sounds are written. There is no need to be tensed up, sadhu. So please allow your ear to hear, and that needs to feed your brain, and that in turn feeds your voice when you make the sound. So there should not be the panic that the script is a Devanagari script, and you are not able to, it kind of looks like a dha, but allow yourself time. It looks like a dha, but she's not saying it like a dha. She's saying it like some other sound. She's saying it as a cha. It doesn't look like a cha. Oh, maybe it is that Mahaprana cha. So you please, that is why I took all the time to write on that screen. So there is no need to be panic stricken about any aspect, and nothing is going away, nothing is running away. So please give yourself the time to observe and absorb. Okay. So I will write the just whatever needed, I will write it in Roman script. I'm not going to write the whole sentence in Roman script, because that Roman script is like that rod I was talking about, or that grasp that we need to. It's like a trainer wheel. So if we keep on holding to that trainer wheel, we will not gain the ease with which we would ride the bicycle. Sadhu. So I will just but at the same time, even if I am a mean person, I cannot be mean under Swaminiji's influence. And therefore, I will certainly provide the Roman script as a helper just for the sounds where there is a difficulty. Sadhu?
Yes, but I would like to disagree that you're a wonderful and compassionate teacher, Vidyaji. Thank you.
Yeah, but
thank you.
I use the liberty of being a teacher to sometimes use sharp words. Sorry, Kshamyatam, but yes. All right. So back to sharing the screen. Dhanyavadaha, Harinderji. Okay. So Chhatraha is going to be, I'm color coding. I'm color coding also for the benefit of, okay, I really don't know how to do the Roman script for this. I will use capital C and small h, sadhu, because it is the Mahaprana. We don't want it to be mistaken for a car, C. So I'm using capital C and a small h. Okay. Now I have to use a different color for English then. So Chhatraha. So who made the sentence, please?
I made the sentence.
Yeah, who is this I? I know that we are all the same Atma, but I don't know who the I is. I can't.
This is Lalita. Lalita.
Lalita. Astu. Other than Lalita, can others supply me with the meaning of the words, please? Chhatraha.
Students.
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 Astu. Very good. So students. And Lalita ji had said basyanena. That bus would have been the English bus. Loka is like a public transportation.
Is it Loka or Laka? It is written as Laka.
See, Vidya has not done the right writing.
Thank you.
Lokayanena.
So
Lokayanam. Loka means world, people. So this Lokayanam can be taken as a public transportation, and we can use it for a bus. And this way, it is a completely valid, full Sanskrita word. Sadhu. Okay, so Lokayanena. By what details can you provide about the Lokayanena?
Instrumental case.
Yes.
Very nice. It is instrumental.
With what?
One. With, okay, very by. In this case, it is by.
By
the bus.
By.
Chhatraha Lokayanena, by bus. The blue asterisk I put was to indicate it's a Pullinga word. And then I could also do, we'll come back to that. So Lokayanena is instrumental, third case. Lokayanam is a Napunsakalinga word. It's a
neuter
gender word. So I'm indicating it with a
like okay.
green triangle. Okay. So Lokayanena Pathashalam.
Pathashalam is classroom or
Second case plural.
School.
Pathashala.
Dvitiya vibhaktihi, second case, plural, bahuvachanam, and meaning?
Alam.
To the school.
The school. The classroom.
Pathashala is school.
School,
So
okay.
Pathashalam, to the school.
To the school.
Vidya ji, I have one question that Lokayanena, you said it is neuter and instrumentals.
Right.
How did we make, like the actual word would have been Lokaya, right? And how did we get to
Lokayana.
Vanena is the Tritiya vibhaktihi. What is the zero form of Vanena?
Vanam.
No.
Vana.
Vana.
So from Lokayanena, so what did you do from Vanena? How did you get to Vana? You removed the Na and you removed the A antler. So Lokayanena, you remove the Na and you remove the antler, you'll be left with Lokayana.
So this Napumsakalinga.
In the
Napumsakalinga Shabdaha.
example, which one should be Vana, is it? Like,
is it Vana or Phala?
Lokayana will be like Vana.
Vana, okay. Vana.
And pathashalam, what about the pathashalam?
Pathashalam is the object. So it is accusative.
Okay, second case.
Second case. Accusative.
So saying second case is better than saying accusative, because when you say accusative, you're thinking English. At least when you say second case, you are thinking Sanskritam but expressing in English.
Yes.
So,
sorry.
Okay, what about the lingam?
It is Pathashala.
Pathashala.
Rama. No.
No. Lata.
Lata. So it is a strilinga shabda. So we have a yellow flower. All right.
Okay.
So chhatraha lokayanena pathashalam gachanti. And gachanti is in what lakaraha?
Lat.
This is third person plural.
Lat lakara.
Bahu samichinam. Third person plural. Lat lakaraha. Very nice. Okay. So I will indicate the verb with the light blue.
So verb is
gachanti.
Again here,
So
right?
we have,
sorry,
yes.
Pathashalam. How did we get to, like, it is similar to Lata and feminine? How did we figure that relation?
Pathashala is like Lata, correct?
How, Vidyaji, how do we figure out that that is in that declension? And
yeah.
Okay, who is asking this question?
Maithili.
Maithili. Okay, Maithili ji. All right. So you have to become familiar with that. That is why we do the verb form, the noun forms. Right? In the noun forms, we have Ramaha, Akarantaha, Pullingaha, Rama Shabdaha. Akarantaha, Strilingaha, Sita, Lata, Mala, Gita, whatever Shabdaha that we have. So we have to know, we have to, like Dhyanam, you have to look at Rama and look at Ramaha, Ramau, Ramaha, Ramam, Ramau, Raman, Lata, 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 Late, Lataha, Latam, Late, Lataha. So when you're doing that, you have to pay attention. And that is why the best way is to have your own handy resource, which is practice writing. So when you write it, you're going to spend an extra second on that word, Lata, Late, Lataha. And when you write it, you're also going to say it out loud when you write. And that way, the forms will be, the endings, then you will realize Latam, Sitam, Gitam,
Latam, Malam, Sitam, Shalam.
Is it always unique? Like the endings will always be pulling?
That is something that you have to look and it won't be unique, but there will be a pattern. For example, when you say aha, there are only a few places where you will see aha. Ramaha, then but then Nadyaha, in Nadyaha, which is Nadi Bahuvachanam, you will see an aha. Guravaha. So you will see aha, but then you will realize for an Ikaranta Shabdaha, it is always Yaha, Nadyaha, Gauryaha, Parvatyaha. So you will realize, so you will observe these patterns. So those are things that you have to observe. Sadhu? Okay, so Pathashalam is Strilingam, to the school, Gachanti, goes. And Chhatraha is first case, Bahuvachanam, plural, and therefore our verb will also be first Prathama Purushaha, well,
plural.
And Bahuvachanam. It is mainly the
third person plural.
Right. Yeah, that is the reason why I don't do the English word for Purushaha. Prathama Purushaha is first. Prathama Purushaha translates to third person. Correct. Not me, not you, but somebody else. Okay, so Prathama Purushaha and Bahuvachanam. Lokayanena is Tritiya Vibhakti, third case, and Ekavachanam, singular. And then Pathashalam is Dvitiya Vibhakti, Ekavachanam, second case, singular.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
students, even though I have written it as students by the bus to the school go, you know that that is a very un-English sentence. Just as we don't want to be caught making un-Sanskritam sentences, we should not be caught making un-English sentences. So students go to the school by bus is how you would translate it. Okay, very nice. Any Lalita ji, you have any comment to make about your sentence?
And yeah, thank you for helping me with the Lokayanena. Yeah, I just clubbed in an English word and tried to add it.
Which is good. Which is great, because karyanam is what they generally use for a car. So if karyanam can be karyanam, basyanam can be basyanam. Okay. So next sentence.
Can I try? This is
Yes.
Sharmila. Balikaha atithinam annam pachanti.
Say again, please.
Balikaha atithinam annam pachanti.
Okay. And what did you intend for the, let me get some words down. There is one or two words that I want to change. Okay. So balikaha atithinam. What do you mean by atithinam annam? Are the girls cooking the guests' food? Apostrophe S?
For the guest.
What is for?
So I thought it could be Atiti Byaha, but I was not very sure.
Why would you not be sure?
I'm just trying to learn that noun thing, so I wasn't.
You're all trying to learn, but you know, your analysis should stand cross-examination. So atithibhyam, it won't be atithibhyam. Only if it is nadi, it will be nadibhyam. But atithihi is a harina, haribhyam, haribhihi, haraye, haribhyam, haribhyah. So atithaye, atithibhyam, atithibhyah. So it would be chaturthi vibhakti.
Chaturthi vibhakti.
So I'm going to remove that. Atithibhyam.
Atithibhyam.
Atithibhyah, right? Bahuvachanam.
Atithibhyah.
Balikaha, young girls. Atithibhyah, for the guests.
Yeah.
Annam.
Annam pachanti.
Pachanti.
Annam.
Pachanti.
Pachanti. Okay, very nice.
Yes.
And please supply me with meaning of words. Please supply me with, think of me as a, don't let me be idle. Please keep giving me something to write.
For guests.
Okay, so atithibhyah is for
guests.
the guests.
Chaturthya vibhaktihi.
Yeah. And plural,
Chaturthi vibhaktihi.
Chaturthi vibhakti.
And I will go ahead and supply the lingam. It is pullingam.
Pullingam.
The guests may be feminine, females or males, but the lingam for the word guest is atithihi, is pullingam, and it is chaturthi vibhaktihi and bahuvachanam. Fourth case, plural. Okay. Atithibhyah. Then what about the others?
Annam.
I used like I thought it is feminine because I used mati in context for that atithi. That's not right.
You could have used mati. Maybe that is the reason.
Mati also has
even
mati.
that is matye, matibhyam, matibhyah. Even that is not matibhyah.
Right. But once that correction
atithihi is a pullinga word.
Okay.
If you did not know that, please know that now.
Okay. For like Hari. Okay.
Hari.
So balikaha.
Again,
1, 3. Annam.
Strilingam.
Balikaha strilingam, correct?
First case plural.
And object. So 2 and 1. 2 and 2.
2 and
Subject.
3. 2 and 3, right?
Balika.
What is 2 and 3? There's no 2 and 3 here. Balikaha is prathama vibhakti. It's the subject. It is the nominal case.
Okay.
Right? It is the first case. Balikaha. So balikaha, girls. Girls, for the guests, annam.
Food.
Second case.
For food.
Singular.
Pachanti is cooking.
Pachanti is cooking.
Cook.
Annam is
so annam is a napunsakalinga word.
Palam.
Like palam.
Palam. There is no rush to say anything. Palam, Mahaprana. Annam has a nakarasya dvitvam. It's not anam, right? It's annam. And then pachanti is what lakaraha?
Pachanti. Lat lakara.
Lat and plural.
Plural.
The
Bahuvachan. Prathama purusha.
Samichinam. Okay. So girls cook food for the guests. Yes.
I want to actually.
Yes, Sharmila ji.
I wanted to actually make it as our cooking. So does that pachanti still come?
What do you mean by our cooking?
Girls are cooking food for the guests.
You thought, why don't you think that pachanti, what do you mean by they are cooking right now? They are at the stove cooking. That's what you intended?
Yeah.
So why not? Why pachanti is present tense? Why shouldn't it be acceptable?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to check. So is it more like girls cook food for the guest or girls are cooking?
No, don't get stuck to the English translation.
Okay.
The English, it's called Bhasha Maryada, the language characteristics. In English, if you say they cook, you're making a general statement. And you want to say they are cooking. But in Sanskritam, present tense stretches. So when you say pachanti, please understand it to be present tense. Sadhu. So don't try to be very, well, I'm not saying you have to be picky at times, but try to look at it from the context. Okay. Harinder ji?
I was going to ask if just for the sake of practicing different verb tenses, can we say the sentence with different verb tenses and moods? So we can say Balikaha Atithibhya Atitibhyaha annam apachan.
Bahu samichinam. Yes.
Yeah.
So it can either be pachanti or
Apachan.
Apachan. Or like in imperative, we could say pachama. Pachama.
Okay, here I'm going
And then
to...
there's a question then. Are you talking to the girls, right? Should the girls be vocative? Like girls cook food for dinners.
No.
Okay.
So you can say balakaha pachan. You can say balakaha. You can still use the balakaha. Kshamyatam. You can still say UM. UM balakaha. UM balikaha. So the balikaha can be there. It doesn't.
Okay.
The balikaha does not force it to be a pratham, third person.
Okay.
But now there is a, if we may indulge in a little bit of deviation, I'm going to do something and you please tell me what is going on. Okay. So I'm going to undo that apachan and I'm going to branch off and I'm going to say, what is happening? What am I doing?
You're putting the
So Atmani Padi.
Why am I doing that?
Apachantu.
Why am I doing that?
Because it can be used both as Atmani Padi.
It is an Ubhayapadi. It is you, right? It is not just Parasmai Padi. It is not just Atmane Padi. It is Ubhayapadi. It can be both. It can be either Parasmai Padi or Atmane Padi. So apachan, pachantu, pacheyuhu.
So like tud. Like tud.
Right, Ubhayapadi, correct. And so this would be, what is it in the Vidhiling Lakaraha?
It is
Pachiran.
Apacharyuhu.
No, is only in the Bhutakalaha. Is it Pacheran?
Yes, it is Iran. That's the addition it says.
Pacheta, Pacheyatam, Pacheran. They may cook. Let them cook. They should cook. So anyway, so that was just a quick deviation to alert you to the fact that the Pachadhatuhu is an Ubhayapadi, and so you could make the sentence either in Parasmai Padi or in Atmane Padi, and like Harinder ji said, we can try to mix our lakaras and use the different forms. So this apachan would be?
Apachan is lakara.
Lung.
Lung, correct. Sorry.
So the apachan is the lung lakaraha. Pachantu is the lot lakaraha. And pacheyuhu is the ling lakaraha.
Ling lakara.
Okay, very nice. Next sentence, please. Any questions on this?
So Vidyaji, there is no
I had a
present
question,
continuous, right?
Vidyaji.
One second. What was this? Was that Lalita ji's voice?
Yeah. Sorry, I interrupted.
No,
But
no.
my question was, there is no present continuous in Sanskritam. That's the reason why we don't specifically say.
No, we just have not learnt it yet. That is all.
Okay.
We will learn that soon. But we will learn that soon, but we should also understand that the present tense in Sanskritam is more useful than the present tense in English. Because in English, the present tense is generally used to make a general statement, and we tend to use present continuous. But in Sanskritam, that is not the case.
Thank you.
Another person was talking. What was that?
Yeah,
Vidyaji,
I was asking.
Oh, 1 second, Sharmila ji. I think that was Bhaskar ji, and then Sharmila ji. Yes, Bhaskar ji.
So the pachanti was, I mean, is that our cooking or is it cooked?
That is what the discussion was right now. So pachanti is cook, meaning that if you go to the kitchen, you will see the girls cooking.
Okay. So finally the sentence would be the girls are cooking for the food for the guests.
No, the sentence is girls cook food for the guests. You are in a Sanskritam class doing a translation. So the sentence is girls cook food for the guests. But then if you go to the outside world and tell a person who does not know Sanskritam, you will tell that person, girls are cooking food for the guests.
So is it more appropriate to use apachan?
If they cook, then you put, if it is in the past tense, you put apachan. Don't get lost by this are cooking and cook business. In Sanskritam, this is perfectly valid Vartamana Kalaha.
Vidyaji, just to complete for present tense, we can also say pachanta, right? So we have also that form here.
Pachante.
Pachate, pachete, pachante.
Pachante. Yes.
Correct.
Pachante.
That's what I was going to say.
Oh, that is what Sharmila ji was saying. Yes, pachante. So it can either be pachanti or it can be
Pachante.
Pachante.
Yes, pachante. Yes.
Very nice. Okay, next sentence.
Vidyaji, this is Michelle. I have a sentence.
Sure.
Mitrani Hamalam Hamsaha Cha Nadya Pashyanti.
Okay, so Mitrani Pashyanti. Correct? So Mitrani Pashyanti. Mitrani is what?
It is Mitrani. It is Pratima Purusha. Oh, meaning? Friends.
Okay.
Friends.
So Mitrani, friends. And okay, now you please tell me what you wanted to say. You wanted to give me some other details.
I wanted to say friends.
No, I don't want the whole sentence. Just for Mitrani, I thought you were giving me some additional details. Anyway, I have filled
what
out.
you wrote there, yes.
Yeah.
Pratima Purusha Bahuvachanam.
Very nice. Prathama Purushaha Bahuvachanam, and it is Napunsakalinga Shabdaha. Even whether the friends are girls or boys, the word Mitram is a Napunsakalinga word. Okay, Mitrani. And then, Mishalji, next word.
Next word, kamalam.
Okay. What is kamalam?
Means a lotus.
Okay.
Napumsakalingam.
Very nice. Napunsakalingam. And what is it? What
is,
role is it playing in the sentence?
Kamalam.
Dvivachanam. The object? No.
Dvitiya vibhaktihi.
Say again, please.
Vibhakti.
Dvitiya vibhaktihi.
Right. Dvitiya vibhakti.
Okay.
Second
I'm not
case.
finishing the sentence because one, I need to know what word comes next. And so I'm going ahead and using that time to provide other information. Please continue.
Hamsaha.
Okay, so the next word is going to be Hamsaha. Hamsa. So I'm going to just use the Anuswaraha on top. Okay. Mitrani, Kamalam, Hansaha. What is this Hansaha?
It is swans, plural.
Okay. Are the friends the swans?
No, their swans are Dvitiya vibhakti, bahuvachanam.
So what is the form for Dvitiya vibhaktihi bahuvachanam?
Hamsaha.
No.
Hamsan.
Oh.
Yes,
Okay.
whoever said it, please repeat it.
Hamsan.
Hamsan, Hamsaha, Hamsau, Hamsaha, Hamsam,
Oh.
Hamsau, Hansan.
Hamsan. Ramaha.
Like
Hansan.
Ramaha.
Try not to say hum. Try to say hum. Hansan.
Hansan.
Okay.
Hansan.
So Mitrani, Kamalam, Hansan, Cha. Because now we are doing multiple things, we have to do the Cha. And. So the Mitrani, Kamalam, Hansan, Cha.
Nadya.
Nadya means what?
Nadya means river.
No.
In the river. On the river.
No, Nadya is not in the river. What is in the river?
Nadyam.
Wait. Please don't just keep supplying words. If somebody is attempting, please allow that person to attempt. What is the Saptami? What is the locative for Nadi?
Okay.
I'm going to write 3 words here and you tell me what each word is.
Okay.
Oh, Nadya, Nadyam, Nadyaha.
Nadyaha.
What is Nadya? So Nadya is instrumental singular. Nadyam is 7th case singular. Nadyaha is 6th case singular or 5th case singular. And if I add Nadyaha, then it is first case plural. So you have to decide about the Ucharanam. So you can't just tell me Nadya and expect me to understand it is locative. Correct? Nadya is instrumental. You wanted it in locative or you wanted it in instrumental?
Well, they are on the river.
Which is locative.
located. Oh, okay. So Nadyam.
So
Nadi is.
So Mitrani Kamalam Hansan Cha Nadyam because I'm going to do Pashyanti, it will be Nadyam. Okay.
Yeah.
You want to do Lat Lakara hai? You want to do some other Lakara hai?
We could do the no, not low. Lung.
Okay, give me the form.
Apashyan.
Not apashyan.
Apashyan.
Very bahu samichinam. So Mitrani Kamalam Hansan Cha. So this Hansaha is Pullinga Shabdaha.
Nadi.
Nadi. So Hansan is also second case plural. Nadyam is seventh case singular. And Apashyan is Prathama Purushaha and Bahuvachanam. And then this, I will just put 0 because it's an avyayam, indeclinable, has no modifications. Nadyam is what lingam?
Strilingam.
Female.
Strilingam.
Strilingam.
Shamyatam.
Nadi. Nadyam.
Okay. So Mitrani Kamalam Hansancha. So I don't need to do
Hansan.
0. I'll put a red circle to indicate it is an indeclinable. And Apashyan. And Apashyan is Lang Lakara. Mitrani Kamalam Hansancha Nadyam Apashyan. And you can take this opportunity to do so
Pashyan.
At the very least, you can do Chatraha Chatrau Chatraha Lokayanena Lokayanabhyam Lokayanaihi Pathashalam Pathashale Pathashalaha Balika Balike Balikaha Atithaye Atithibhyam Atithibhyah Annam Anne Annani Mitram Mitre Mitrani Kamalam Kamale Kamalani Hamsam Hansau Hansan Nadyam Nadyoho Nadishu. So like that, if you practice the even if you don't practice the complete matrix, even if you practice just the singular, dual, plural variation, it will give you more and more practice without feeling overwhelmed and without getting a mental block.
Okay, thank you.
So what does the sentence mean, friends?
Oh, yes, yes. Okay. All right. So, Hansan.
Swans.
Oh my. Oh.
Cute.
The desire is that you try to, instead of translation, by association, you know the words. Anyway, my illustration is not great, so I'm just going to write the...
It's beautiful.
Right. So swans. Cha is and. I will use the ampersand instead of the word and. Nadyam will be
the river.
River.
Saw.
Pashyan. Pashyan is swim.
They see.
So
This
in
is
the
saw,
river.
isn't it past tense?
Yes,
Up.
in the river.
Yeah.
Yeah, saw.
Oh, they saw.
So Pashyan.
You may have originally made it as C, but we converted it to a different lakara here. So saw. So Mitra, now it is saw. Now it is in the past tense. So there is no, even that you can make later on. We will learn how to do they had seen instead of they saw. Like how you're doing, they had seen, they were seeing. So all those modifications we can make, but right now we don't know that. We only know they cook, present tense, they cooked, past tense, they will cook, well, we've not done future tense, they should cook, ling lakara hai, let them look, lot lakara hai. Sadhu. So within that scope, we are making the sentence. So the friends saw a lotus and swans in the river.
In the river.
Okay, we have 2 more minutes. If you manage to put your foot in and get one sentence, we can, if we get started with a sentence, we can use that to justify even if we extend a little longer. Would anybody else like to do a sentence? Or do you have questions on what we have done so far?
Vidyaji, would you
Yes?
please review one more time the lakaras? Just I'm getting confused with the one that you said should. Was that ling or
That is the ling, yeah. So if you go back and look at the lakara, okay, I think that I need to open up a new, this is an extension on what we had already discussed once before. So the Samskrita Vartamana Kalaha, lat. It is Kridati. The English translation for it will be, instead of saying to play, you should think of it as he plays. He, she, or it plays.
Are you
But
writing?
then,
Are you writing something? I can't see.
Oh, I didn't share the new, I created a new paint. Let me share the new paint. Okay, so Kridati, he plays. In English, you may want to additionally translate it as he is playing, but it is only for English related usage, not it is in Sanskritam if you want, it is not, this is also used present tense and not in the sense of present continuous. So this is also present tense. So this is usage wise, not grammatically. Grammatically, it is present continuous, but usage wise, it is present tense. Okay. Then the lang lakaraha is akridat. There is no ambiguity. It is he played. Then we have the lot lakaraha, and we saw that the lot lakara has possibilities. Kridatu.
Kridatu.
Let him play. He should play. He would play. He may play. So between the lot lakara and the ling lakara. So between the two, multiple of these will be possible. So kridatu, if I use kridatu with a, let me put one red circle there and let me put a blue circle there. So let him play is the, one of you has a train going by your house?
Just as I my train. Okay.
Oh, I also have trains going by my house. Okay, so let him play, and then he should play. It can be conveyed either through the kridatu or kridet, because kridet has a sense of rule. And then he would play possibility, right? That sambhavanarthe ling lakara. So the possibility is here. And then he may play is also kridet. So let him play and he should play and please play. Please play and play. Now,
Yeah, wait for request, possibility.
So please play is a request. So please play request comes from this goes back to our discussion from that other day. And the illustration of which Chandraji had shared in the WhatsApp group. So play is also order. So order, request, permission, command, all of these are
ling.
No, all of these are between the lot and the ling, not ling. No G. Ling. Ling. Ling.
Ling. So,
and is the tone more that ling is more firm, more of a rule?
Yes, ling is, no, it can be either way. So based on the situation, if you go to the court and the judge is saying something, especially with the hammer, he's not saying you may. He's not saying you may wear, what is that? Ankle braces for monitoring, right? He's saying you should wear. So it's in the tone, it is in the circumstance.
Okay. Thank you.
Was somebody else saying something?
So possibility and probability are not ling lakara.
You take your time to process it, because when I say you take your time to process it is just without going on the theory, you please look at occurrences of those forms in in usage, and then you can understand, because just theorizing will not get us anywhere. We have to look at where it is used and then understand that in this context, it is being used in this way, and in that other context, it's being used in a different way.
Vidyaji, you're such an amazing teacher, and I pray for your health. I pray for that you get good health in the next week. Okay? So thank you so much. I appreciate, this is amazing how much I get always from you. Thank you so much.
My sneeze was only a sneeze, but I do thank you for the prayer. It applies to all of us too.
Yeah, Vidyaji, I second that, because going into this class, especially this last 3-4 weeks when you just started doing the sentences, I really had no clue, but I really learned through these classes only. So I feel so good, and like, you know, I think like at least I'm getting somewhere.
Right. That is the point of the exercise, right? That practice is what will only when you, that is why I'm asking you to not be afraid of trying, but at the same time, be respectful of the fact that it needs to be in a particular form, and you just don't, if Ramaha has to be a Pullinga word, you don't want to say Ramabhihi. It would be wrong. So be respectful of its own identity, but at the same time, don't be afraid to try. And even if you do a little bit, make it a quality work, and that way the information will be better retained.
Thank you so much, Vidyaji.
Any other, so we'll do more of, we have one more session tomorrow. So again, you can come prepared with the sentences, and we can do more, but try to be more varied. We will use the Rikaranta Shabdaha. Instead of Balikaha, you say Mataraha, mothers. Rikaranta Shabdaha. Instead of Mitrani, you find some other word that it's even, you can refer, right? So you pick whatever word you want to use, and then you try to have variety rather than use the same forms. First and foremost, you have to have the simple ones should be clear, but then you should be brave enough to use other forms also. So do a Mitrani, safe word, and then keep an adventure word next to it. So keep an adventure word of, you know, you can challenge yourself and look up what adventure word you want to include along with what you have made the sentence with.
Yeah, also Vidyaji, just like for the verb, we made, like we had some sample words and we made a template, right? Same way for the nouns also, can you use some sample words that can cover a full range, and we can do some work on that?
We will do that. Harinderji?
Yes, we're working on it. We'll finalize it and share with you.
And we can also include that as part of our practice tomorrow.
Okay, yeah, that will be really help. That verb really helped. I have a chart. Noun also I printed the chart, but that's not covering all the words. So I want to really...
Correct. I also have printed it out, but by the time I decide which feminine or masculine, it's all too far gone.
So printing out is not of your, again, sorry to be sounding rude, when you print out stuff, you are just causing environmental havoc. You write it down. If it is easy to print 10 pages of material, but if you were to write that same material, it would take you much longer. So you tell yourself that I am going to work on the Rama Shabdaha today, and I will write it down. And when you do that, or you print only, even if you print, even if you don't write, print only that one Rama Shabdaha and focus on doing that Rama Shabdaha before you move on to another Shabdaha. So just printing stuff is not of any good at all. It will collect dust. It will cause environmental havoc, and nothing will enter our brain. So even if you print one sheet of paper, work on it rather than just doing, printing everything.
Okay.
All right. Any other question? Shanti mantra then. Who would like to do the Shanti mantra?
I can do this Shanti mantra.
Okay.
Sarve bhavantu sukhinah, sarve santu niramayah, sarve bhadrani pashyantu, ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Purnamah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
So Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah. That Sarve is it's a Sarvanama Shabdaha. Sarvaha Sarvau Sarve, all. Bhavantu Lot Lakaraha. Sukhinah, it is a plural. We've not yet done Sukhin Nakaranta Shabdaha. So Sukhi, Sukhinau, Sukhinah. We will learn that later on. Then the next one, Sarve, again same thing. Santu is also Lot Lakaraha. Asti, Staha, Santi, Astu, Asti, Staha, Santi, Astu. Anyway, Kshamitam. The second, the Dvivachanam is slipping my mind. Santu is the Bahuvachanam. Astu, Astam, Santu, or Astu, Stam, Santu. Kshamitam. The Dvivachanam is slipping my mind. So, Sarve Santu, you said Niramayaha. I don't know if that is how it is in your print. It is Niramayaha, right? Sarve again is plural, Bahuvachanam. So Niramayaha, Niramayau, Niramayaha. It is Bahuvachanam. So Sarve Santu Niramayaha. And then Sarve again, Pashyantu. Lot Lakaraha. Sarve Pashyantu. Sarve Kim Pashyantu. What are they to see? Bhadrani Pashyantu. Bhadram, Bhadre, Bhadrani. Napunsakalingam, Bahuvachanam. So Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu. Then Ma Kaschit Dukkha Bhag Bhavet. There, the Dukkha Bhag is again a Halanta Shabdaha. Which we will, it's actually a Jakaranta Shabdaha, which we will learn when we go into more templates. So only that Bhavet is a form that we have known. And we know that Bhavet is Vidhiling Lakaraha Ekavachanam. Right? Bhavet. Okay. So you can even that is part of what we are, all of that will now become understandable, right? You are able to make out what is going on yourself.
Thank you.
And I appreciate every single one of you who is, brave enough to make sentences and allow yourself to be appreciated or corrected, and you are actually, each one of you is part of the learning. You are also a teacher to the rest of the group. So please understand that you may be put on the spotlight literally and figuratively, but you are also helping the others learn. So thank you very much for that.
Thank
All
you.
Great learning. Thank you, Arun Vidyaji.
Thank you.
Astu.